Simply Jess, welcome to the conference.
Hello.
Hey, all right. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so we're going to get right into our very first question. Is it possible to produce events if you're not a people person?
No, because you definitely have to be a people person. You definitely have to interact with people, network and exchange information and continue with the updates and stuff like that. So you definitely have to be a people person, which I learned that afterwards that I actually am.
Awesome. And so how did you learn that you were a people person?
I mean, I'm from New York originally. So New York, you're very like small circles. You don't want to, Queen, shout out.
Hey, I'm VX over here.
You don't really want to like, just your own clique. And then once I started being out here and doing like the front door at Mansion, doing the list and working with promoters, that's how I started in the industry. I started, feeling comfortable, blossoming, and I just, it came out naturally. Like I was surprised. I was like, oh, wow.
No, I completely understand you. And so what do you think it takes to be a networker? What are some hard skills for networking?
Well, first you have to know, what's your niche? Like if you're going to network, you have to know how to connect the dots with your business and their business. And you have to see how you guys can collaborate or even if like for me, like I have so many people that I've worked with and deal with and people always looking for certain things. I'm there and I connect dots all the time. Mm-hmm. So it's just knowing your niche is very important on like what you're trying to do.
Okay.
Especially like what type of events you're trying to do.
Awesome. And so how do great communication skills translate to people supporting your events?
I'm sorry?
How do great communication skills translate to people supporting your events?
Like to supporting my events?
Mm-hmm. Communication skills, really. How is that impactful and helpful in your events?
I mean, it's very impactful and important, like the interaction is very important, how you communicate with everyone and explain exactly what you're doing in the event. So yeah, it's important.
Mm-hmm. And so talk to me about, let's kind of maybe draw out a little bit on that. How, talk to me about a time when you had to be really communicative and it really helped you in your business, in your event planning. How impactful is that and how helpful is that in your everyday work life?
I mean, it's definitely everyday work thing that you have to do. You have to continue being on top of people, even though that's like something that I had to learn, but you have to be on top of people because people can be like, oh yes, I want to do this with you. But then you have to go and communicate with them, reach out to them. If you have like certain ideas, you will know who you should be, reaching out to. That way that can happen. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you have to really know exactly what you're doing with your event platform. Like, what are you trying to promote? Mm-hmm. What's the demographics? How large do you want it? Is it for a foundation or is it just for like, if you're showcasing something? I literally just did 2 events this past month. And it's a lot of work. Yes.
Wow. And so what were those like? What were those events like? What's the promotion like for something that you do?
Well, the one that I did April 10th was actually my birthday and my company launch, which is Visuals by Jess. So I got to like showcase some new art, photography work, videography, and we got to celebrate, my birthday. So it was called the New Age, New Vision event. And it was it was really successful.
And so let's talk about, promotion. What is your favorite platform to promote on?
I mean, I'm a creator, so I do enjoy doing my newsletters because I really put my thought process in there. Like I like to put details. It's very important to be personable with people, have them relate to you, connect with you. Like, especially for my New Age, New Vision, I went in, like I literally explained to everyone my new chapter and what I'm trying to do. And, and just the photography, the pictures, and all the marketing content that you have to do for it. I mean, it's fun. I like Instagram too. And, you know, it's very interactive. So that's fun. But I really do like the designing part.
Mm-hmm. And so you mentioned earlier, you know, that you were originally from New York, but right now
Yes.
you're in Florida. What's the difference between Miami and New York?
Right now, or like just period?
In general.
I mean, in general, weather. Hello. Like, I've been here for 16 years and I left New York because it was, you know, it's just a different vibe. I feel like more alive here in Miami. I like the weather, the tropical, the tropical weather and all that. I love the beach. I'm an Aries, so I'm a fire sign. So the water calms me. I feel like Miami calmed me down. Because in New York, I was a little ruckus.
So are you a New York girl at heart, or
I am a New Yorker at heart, always. Always.
So you haven't
huh?
You haven't converted to being a Florida girl.
I might be a mix of both right now because I've been here for 16 years. It's already like half my life. You know?
Okay, so talk to me more about some of your art. You know, what exactly are you doing? I know that you're also a photographer.
Yes.
So talk to me about that.
So right now I've been doing art for, I mean, obviously since I can lift the pencil, but my first showcase was 2015 at Art Basel, and I've been doing it every year. I do an installation, art installation, a gallery. For the event that I did, New Age, New Vision, I actually showcased my new series, which is Who's That Girl collection. So I'm going to be uploading the pictures soon with the artwork on my Instagram, which is Visuals by Jess. And my website right now is visualsbygess.com. But I also do photography art. So I implement my photography into my art also. Mm. Yeah.
What inspired your new collection?
Women, ladies, empowerment. You know, it's called Who's That Girl? So every girl is a different girl from different like cities or different like, you know, fashion style, and just like, who is that girl? Yeah.
I love it. And so who do you think, what's your inspiration? Who is your inspiration really?
I wouldn't say who right now, because I like to, certain inspiration comes from people, places, and things. And right now, my inspiration is, I'm really pushing the do what you love. This is my shirt that I created. And it's basically the message that I want to push to everyone, because I feel like it's very important. You know, I've been in a place for so many years. I guess I did the parties and all that. That was fun, but it wasn't really like my calling. And I felt something was missing, and my art was something that I needed to put my all into it. So January, I actually put 100% into it, and it's crazy how everything's been flowing and aligning itself really well.
So do you feel like you're in a transitional space in life right now?
I've been in a transitional space. You know, you always gonna have to evolve, you know. Like when you're doing something, it's just for that season. Then you're gonna go to the next season. It's like, okay, what's gonna be here? Events is always gonna be in there for me because I love doing events. It's creating. If I'm not creating, I'm not happy.
And so what advice would you have maybe for youth who are, you know, maybe thinking about doing something else, and, you know, they haven't really decided what it is that they want to do, but they know that they like art or they like photography, and they really can't wrap their minds around that one thing. And you who are currently, you're in that transitional space, what kind of advice would you give to the youth?
The best advice I can say is to just follow your heart, truly. Like, you have to really feel what you're doing. If you're just doing it for the money, no. If you're doing something that you really truly enjoy, the money will come, because people can actually recognize that into your work. And being young, when you're younger, because obviously we're not you have to, you know, focus. You can dibble dabble a little bit, you know, like if you're doing art, try the photography, try the videography, try the arts, try the digital graphic designing, you know, try these different elements and just see which one really, you know, touches you. Like, you have to really, really feel it.
I think your name should be simply Jess the Preacher, because you are preaching right now.
Good.
And so
that's the goal, girl. I mean,
there
boy.
you go. It's okay. It's all right. And so this question actually comes from a student, this next one that I'm about to ask you.
Okay.
So does great networking consist of prioritizing the same people or expanding your circle?
I would say expanding your circle for sure, because you don't want to stay in one lane with just this type of, if you want to just do corporate, no, you got to it depends on what you're trying to do, like you have to reach different circles, because that's going to help get the word out more, even for you. You're not just stuck in one circle, Like if you want to do the art industry and the art scene, you want to do the corporate, you want to do the sponsorships and everybody that's doing the events and all that stuff. Like it's always good to interact with each one of them and connect,
And so the dream is in your hands. What does that mean to you?
Meaning you have control of what exactly you want to do with your life. Like whatever you're trying to do and you feel it, like I said, do it. Sometimes like you got to take that risk, because you never know. And if you fail, hey, it's okay. It's still a learning process, So it's just keep doing it.
There it is.
Don't give up.
You heard it from Simply Jess, everybody. Where can everybody find you?
So my personal business is I am Jess Marquez. And then my business one is Visuals by Jess. And my website is visualsbygess.com.
All right. Thank you for joining us today. My
Thanks
name
for
is
having me.
Ayala.